On the jam line, we got Havoc versus Terrorism. Bit of a moderate pace here to our game in the first jam.
Players sitting around turn 2. Still no lead jammer until the announcer says so, and it's Rocky in the lead jammer position. It's Havoc.
Pack separating between turns 3 and 4. Destruction of pack penalty being handed out to Santa Cruz's number 3, Ace Ventura. Is off to the penalty box. And Rocky will call this one off after 5 points. First score up on the board with 29 minutes or so left to play. Only one gem down early in the game, and Rocky takes the lead early.
And if you'd like to stick around after this game on this track, we will have a juniors game, Rose versus Santa Cruz.
All right, Wildy Coyote going up against Skirt Vonnegut in Jam 2. Both jammers got a full wall, or a 3-wall of defense to deal with. And Skirt Vonnegut comes out victorious this time, lead jam to Santa Cruz.
We're gonna get a forearm penalty on Rocky Mountain. That's Wild E. Coyote.
Pack now approaching turn 3. Skirt Vonnegut having to reposition back into the stretch behind the pack. Rocky taking that forward position. Skirt Vonnegut having to force that wall. Leaning in deep to the Rocky defense as they cross the jam line once again.
Santa Cruz being a little bit passive.
Skirt Vonnegut with a bit of a spill there in between turns 1 and 2 decides damage control is the way to go. 5 points up on the board. Now both teams with score 5-5. It's tied with 27 minutes and 22 left to play. 2 jams down. Jammer change up for both teams here. Number 617 on the Rocky Mountain side, Harper Bazaar, taking on Mystery Violence Theater, number 3000 on the white side.
Game on. Lots
Mystery
of whistles.
Violence Theater pushing that outside corner there in turn 1. Lead jam over to Santa Cruz. And a power jam because a cut track been awarded to Harper Bazaar off to the penalty box. Mystery Violence Theater out. 5 points on that last pass. The pack holding in the stretch.
Obvious lead change. Santa Cruz on top now. Really capitalizing on this power jam.
Pack hanging out. Setting up camp in turn 3. On the reapproach, big shoulder hits from both teams. Mystery Violence Theater thought she had her way into turn 1. A sprint down the inside line. Finally coming through, and 5 more. Harper Bazaar now out as well. Re-engage the pack and has an additional pass. Mystery Violence Theater picked up 1 additional point at the end of that jam, putting Santa Cruz at 21 points now, 16-point jam, pulling them into the lead, 25 and 33 left to play in our first half.
And playing for the Santa Cruz Derby girls is 116 Terrorism, number 13 Chelsea Smile, 1384 Heloise, 210 Cassidy, 23 Corazon, number 3 Ace Ventura, 3000 Mystery Violence Theater, 322 Kosher Assault, number 41 Queen Litigious, 444 Unleashed, number 5 Skirt Vonnegut, 5-14, Victoria Mayhem. 6-6-7, that's Roasted Pony. Number 8, Shamrock Roller, and 86, Heartless RB.
Lead jam over to Santa Cruz. And the pack moving a little quicker this time into the stretch and towards turn 3.
That looked like it hurt.
Yeah, no kidding. Roasted Pony decided to do some damage control, calls it off. 24 minutes and 35 left to play in the first half.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Wildy Coyote taking the jam line once again. Terrorism as well on the Santa Cruz side. Wildy Coyote out first, crosses to the inside, lead jam. Both jammers now in close proximity have both left the pack, ready for points. Four points to Santa Cruz on that pass. Wildy Coyote through, 4 points as well. That jam will be considered a wash. No differential at the end of jam 5. 23 minutes and 33 left to play in the first half.
All right, crowd, you need to calm down. You're getting way too rowdy out there. All 5 of you. Rocky trying to rally. Getting their fight, fight, fight song from their awesome fans.
Skirt Vonnegut taking the jam line once again for Santa Cruz. Havoc now, 147 on the Rocky side.
Havoc having to recycle at the Big O since it's so green.
Havoc out first in the lead, jam to Rocky. And a power jam as Skirt Vonnegut picked up a back block penalty. Is going to spend some time in the penalty box. Havoc with a crossover, gets forced to the outside, now into the middle. Back and forth around that Santa Cruz defense. Into the inside successfully by number 444, Unleashed, making her work for it.
No pass, no penalty on that outside line, allowing Havoc to go through. She picks up a 5-point pass.
Pack now holding up between turns 2 and 3, 3 and 4. Havoc finding that opening on the inside, passes through and 5 points.
Unleashed picks up the clockwise block.
Another 4 points for Havoc in that pass. Penalties getting dished out left and right. Both teams struggling with the penalty box in this one. Big hip check.
That's
from
courtesy
Heloise.
Yeah. Amazing job.
All right. After the dust clears in jam 6, 16-point jam for Rocky, 25 points now. Santa Cruz up to 32, 21 minutes and 10 left to play in the first half.
This break in game is brought to you by hashtag BigO2016. Use this hashtag if you're on the social medias. Tag the event. Let us know what's going on.
Mystery Violence Theater out first again. Lead jam to Santa Cruz. Harper Bazaar, her opponent, also through the pack.
Bone Ida from Rocky headed to the penalty box, followed by Torres from Santa Cruz. So 2 apiece, or 1 apiece per team.
4 points in that first pass by Mystery Violence Theater. Pack moving quickly into turn 2. Both jammers coming through, 4 points apiece. Oh, sorry, 5 for Mystery Violence Theater on that one. A little bit of urging from the bench to call it off, and it's done. Total in Jam 7, 4 points to Rocky, 9 to Santa Cruz. Just over 20 minutes left to play in the first half.
Now, I don't know if anybody out there follows Flat Track Stats. Amazing, awesome website. Love it. 50-50 either way. These teams are very evenly matched. Santa Cruz coming in at 33rd in rankings. Rocky Mountain at 36th. So we're going to see a nice fight today. Stay puffed.
Indeed. The score is already a pretty good indicator of what we're going to see. I believe lead Jam this time over to Rocky. Wildy Coyote hanging on to lead Roasted Pony, her opponent.
Wildy Coyotes resets to the back. Multiplayer block on the Rocky Mountain. That'll be
Jersey
Chelsea
Rural.
a smile. Oh, I'm sorry. Jersey Rural. Rocky playing in black, Santa Cruz in white. Don't get confused like I did.
Big hip check, knocking Roasted Pony out to the outside, just at the pivot line. Reposition back in behind there. Oh, a penalty on Wildy Coyote, a cut track. It's going to send her to the penalty box. And it'll be a power jam now for Santa Cruz. 5 points up on the board for Roasted Pony.
And they were only separated by 4 points before the penalty happens. And now Santa Cruz is going to take advantage. Pony riding high. Yeah.
Penalty box has got a couple of Rocky players in there. It's 5-on-3 for Santa Cruz. Currently 5 points up on the board for Roasted Pony. And the pack are eagerly awaiting the return of the jammer.
Both teams almost at full strength here. I think this game needs more cowbell.
Another 5 points for Santa Cruz on that pass. Rocky walling up at the front. An additional 2 points will be the result for both teams at the end of Jam 8. After all is said and done, Santa Cruz at 55, 17 points in that last jam. 36 points for Rocky Mountain, 7 in Jam 8. 17 minutes and 23 left to play in the first half.
Plenty of time for snacks, high fives, and just saying hello to your neighbor in the stands, getting pumped for this big old weekend. Who's cheering for Rocky right now? That one corner. Sweet. Who's cheering for Santa Cruz? There we go, right there in the back. Lead jammer position headed to Santa Cruz.
That's Terrorism back on the line. Sweetie Ramon is a change-up of jammer for Rocky.
Pack moving super fast, stay puffed.
Indeed, we've seen a little bit of slower action up to this point, but now we're starting to see the pace quicken a little bit. 5 points on the board for Terrorism. Pack split up now in turns 1 and 2. Both teams deciding to do defense in a different place. Need some space, you know.
Yeah.
Number 31 on the Rocky side, Fiona Grapple passing the pack, coming through. Looked like there was going to be a star pass that wasn't completed at the end of that one. So 4 additional points to Santa Cruz at the end of Jam 9. And a team timeout has been called by Rocky Mountain. Great opportunity to mention that tonight at 10 o'clock, there is an after party, the first of 2 after parties. You got to know it's a good tournament when there's 2 after parties, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, first and foremost, at 8 o'clock, actually, Washington Jefferson Skate Park hosted by Unity Skate Shop and Chicks and Bowls. So at the skate park, they got giveaways, games, good bowl skating. If you want to check that out at 8 o'clock tonight. And then later on at 10 o'clock at the Blair Alley Arcade, no cover, 245 Blair Boulevard right here in Eugene, just steps away from the big old bowl jam. They've got video games, they've got food, they've got, also 80s music. Sounds like it's going to be a super fun time, so you're going to want to come and check that out. And then if tonight's not the night for you, that's okay. Sunday, after party at The Wayward Lamb, 9 p.m., 21 over. Music by DJ Meow, complimentary snacks early, specialty cocktails, no cover charge. 150 West Broadway downtown. I know you're going to be there anyway. Just want to remind you.
Yeah, DJ Meow, I love. You're
The
welcome.
The Boots and Cats.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Happy Catterday to everybody out there wearing cat shirts, your awesome sauce, or cat's socks. You never know. Anything cat-like, it is Catterday.
Havoc and Skirt Vonnegut back to the jam line for our teams as we approach the quarter mark in the game. Lead jam over to Rocky. Havoc pulling it out. Santa Cruz awaiting the return of Havoc, holding back a little bit in the stretch, forcing Rocky to reposition a little further back.
Both teams at full strength right now. Rocky calling off the jam, trying to make sure that they keep their slight edge there in that last pass.
4 points to Rocky, 1 to Santa Cruz in that one. So Rocky eked out a differential of 3, bringing their score to 40. Santa Cruz at 65. And 15 minutes or so left to play in the first half.
If you're out there on the Twitters, if you have a pet with you watching the Big O, make sure you use hashtag Big O Cats, Big O Dogs. We love that stuff. And as usual, hashtag Big O 2016.
Lead jam to Rocky's Wildy Coyote rounding the track. Pack disintegrating into the stretch. Mystery Violence Theater struggling to get through a little bit, but she helped incur a penalty. Number 31 is off to the penalty box. Rocky's Fiona Grapple hang out there to think about it. A couple more penalties getting handed out both sides.
Wow. Nice little cut through there. That's from Wile E. Coyote.
Mystery Violence Theater against huge defense up front by Rocky Mountain. 4 points on the board, Mystery Violence Theater and Santa Cruz. And an end to the jam, 4-4. Rocky picked up 8 in that last jam, now at 48 points, only 21 behind Santa Cruz. 13 minutes and 45 left to play in the first half.
I wonder if there's any chance for MVT, instead of MVP, because that's an awesome name. I got to hand it to her. MVT. All right, starting off here for the Santa Cruz Derby team, we have 667, that's Roasted Pony, galloping about.
Lead jam over to Santa Cruz, Roasted Pony taking the jam star this time. Harper Bazaar not too far behind the pack, releasing both jammers out, and the pace picking up once again. Bit of a race. Unfortunately, that will leave jam 12 as a wash. No points awarded to either team.
Team timeout for Santa Cruz.
In that case, let's thank some friends. Let's thank Fast Girl Skates. Fast Girl Skates, a supporter here of Big O this weekend. Banners up on the wall all over the place. Fast Girl Skates. Also want to thank Sin City Skates. Sin City Skates, where customer service is the name of our game. SinCitySkates.com.
For all of a couple more months, I'm hearing. All right, crowd, you just need to calm down. Too much coffee out there, clearly losing your minds. Just getting way too rowdy. Could you just calm down? Thank
Security.
you. Security.
Security to track 3.
Someone call security, because this is out of control. Go stand in the corner. We're so excited that you're here at track 3, hanging out, Derby Cruise.
All right, our jammers this time around. Devastator changing it up for Rocky Mountain, and Terrorism back on the line for Santa Cruz. Pack massing up there just on the pivot line. No lead just yet. Oh, of course, you say it and it happens. Devastator, first time out to jam and lead for Rocky Mountain. Santa Cruz's 210 is off to the penalty box. Cassidy.
Small pack advantage in favor for Rocky.
A pass and 5 points for Devastator and Rocky Mountain. The pack setting up camp in the stretch. Devastator with another pass and 5. Terrorism rounding the track, barely holding on to the outside to turn 4. Star back on the helmet and on the reapproach.
It is getting crazy bananas out there. Taking a look at Terrorism for Santa Cruz, just swirling around Rocky's defense.
4 points for Santa Cruz and Terrorism as she passed on the last one. An additional 1 at the end it all, and 3 points for Rocky Mountain, bringing their score in this jam 13 to 13 points, appropriately so, and 5 for Santa Cruz. 61 for Rocky Mountain, 74 for Santa Cruz. Only 13 points separating. Look at this, there's a lot of 13s here. I'm a number nerd, so I'm totally noticing this. Jam 13, 13 points for Rocky, and a 13-point difference.
Whoa, whoa.
I think
Wow.
we just passed 11:13 on the clock, too.
Wow. That just got crazy bananas. All right, we're starting off this jam. Pack advantage, Rocky. Lead jammer finally called. That'll be for Santa Cruz Derby girls. Oh, number 5. Skirt Vonnegut. Nailed it.
Opposing jammer Wildy Coyote out there again. Two for Santa Cruz, 1 for Rocky at the end of jam 14. Returning jammers on both sides. Havoc 147 on black. Mystery Violence Theater for Santa Cruz in white. And a full 5-on-5 as we get started in jam 15.
I think there's a junior team coming up front.
Could be. Pack moving very quickly once again. Havoc forcing that forward wall, picks up lead jam. No, I'm sorry. Lead jam went over to Mystery Violence Theater.
She's
it happened
closing
so
that
quickly.
curtain.
Yeah, like both jammers escaped at the same time, and I couldn't see the hands. And whew. Did you feel the breeze as they came around too?
That was fantastic.
If you could do that
Thank you,
again, that'd be
jammers.
great. 9:22 left on the clock in the first half. 15 jams away and a 14-point difference between our teams.
I really like these two teams. I love Rocky for their fierceness, and I love Santa Cruz for their just positivity and just, they have some mad skills. These teams are just fun to watch. I'm glad they're matched up here at the big old weekend.
Awesome. Roasted Pony, our lead jammer on the Santa Cruz side. On the reapproach, the pack in between turns 1 and 2. Harper Bazaar is the jammer on the Rocky Mountain side in this one.
Both teams at full strength.
No pass, no penalty means that that one will only pick up 4 for Roasted Pony. Direction of play penalty on Unleashed, sending Santa Cruz's 4-4-4 to the penalty box. Rocky Mountain's number 31, now adorning the star cover, Fiona Grapple on the reapproach. And what's going to be the result of that? Unfortunately, didn't net any points on that one, but 4 points to Santa Cruz at the end of that one. And so that brings their score in jam 16 to 8 points. 7:55 left to play in the first half. Terrorism and
Wildy Coyote on the line.
right. And a 5-on-3 advantage for Rocky in this one. To start it off anyway. Wildy Coyote coming out victorious, lead jam for Rocky.
Pull out that genius card. Wildy Coyote is your lead jammer. Santa Cruz. Oh, just pulling up so many penalties right now. Stay Pup, can you believe this?
I know. Coming into the second half is going to be the real indicator for them. But that last pass by Wildy Coyote, I got to say, it almost, from here, it looked like she was walking on air for a couple steps. Oh, low block penalty on Wildy Coyote means that the power jam will head over to Santa Cruz.
Terrorism with the star stash. Rocky Mountain is not fooled. Nice bridging work by both teams here. Love hurts, don't it?
You said donuts.
Oh, donuts.
I haven't been to Voodoo Donuts yet. I'm going to do that before I go.
Maple bacon bar in my mouth.
Terrorism with the star cover back on the head. And the helmet. Pack now moving in between turns 1 and 2. And Wildy Coyote is back on the track, re-engaging, but a big wall of white to deal with at the back.
Pack is long and strong. 5 points, Terrorism. Longest jam in the world.
Pack splitting apart once again on that far turn.
Oh, that was amazing work by number 23, Corazon. Love that offensive work. Defensive, offensive, defense. Strategery.
I like that word. I'm going to use that. Rocky Mountain with 3 points at the end of that one. What do we got here? At the end of Jam 17, our score, Rocky Mountain at 70, Santa Cruz at 89, and just over 5 minutes left to play. Sorry, correction, 71 for Rocky Mountain. And a
official review, Rocky Mountain.
Interesting. We'll see what happens there. We got any more sponsors to talk about? I believe we do. Let's talk about Bont Skates. Lighter, faster, stronger. Be your best. Be Bont. Bont Skates.
I really want to try Bond skates. They look fancy with their little stars and whatnot.
Indeed. Also, we could talk about Bruised Skate News, the original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder.
Yes.
I like their tagline.
I do too. And you know what? They're selling the straps that you can put on your boots as well, so you can keep your skate more secure. So definitely check out they have a booth out here, so check them out. I love Skate News.
Yeah, there's actually, I mean, if this is your first day at Big O, there's vendors not only here in between tracks 2 and 3, but also on track 1. Even more places for you to spend your money on great roller derby products. So make sure you head on over and check that out.
Excuse me. Thank you. Still waiting on any official review informationals. I hope Rocky's ready for a fight.
Rocky's cheering squad is out in full force. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Oh, they got some sweet hats, too.
Did you hear that?
Sweet
I didn't
hats.
say no doot about it. I know you guys think Canadians all say boot. It's not true.
It's okay. You can apologize.
It's just yeah. I'll say sorry for every
Sorry.
Canadian.
Sorry about that.
All right. 17 jams down, 5 minutes and 13 left to play in the first half. Sweetie Ramon and Skirt Vonnegut at the jam line this time around. Rocky out first. Sweetie Ramon with lead jam.
Look at the speed on both these jammers. They're just going to hit it and quit it. Good call on Rocky with that strategy, picking up just 2 points, inching their way closer to Santa Cruz. Scoring now.
We went from a couple really long jams to a really short one. Before I blinked, and all of a sudden it was done.
Yeah, they're getting feisty. I love the last 5 minutes of every half. It's always more exciting, I think.
It's do or die time. All right, 147 Havoc is your jammer on the Rocky Mountain side. Mystery Violence Theater taking the jam star once again, leaning into the pack before the pivot line even. Crossover by Havoc to the outside, finding her opening, picks up lead.
Just wreaking havoc all over that track.
Both jammers free now on the pack, holding steady in the stretch.
Nice. Havoc takes the center lane, picks up the 4, calls it off immediately before Mystery Violence Theater could catch up. Rocky again just inching their way.
Yeah, I think that's really the strategy right now for Rocky heading into the half. It appears to be that it's like, let's get 4, call it off, get 4, call it off. That's the way that they're going to tie this up as we head into the halfway part.
How you doing out there, Santa Cruz fans? They're still alive. How you doing, Rocky? Rocky fans out there. Oh, they're distracted by the amazing derby in front of them. Lead jammer position goes to none other than number 667, Roasted Pony from Santa Cruz.
Her teammate, Valencia, is off to the penalty box. Wildy Coyote through as well. The pack now in between turns 3 and 4. Cut track on Roasted Pony will give Rocky the power jam here.
Power jam.
5 points up on the board for Wildy Coyote.
Shamrock and Roller doing an amazing job defensively for Santa Cruz. Corazon back in play.
Both jammers having difficulty forcing that tri-wall. Roasted Pony in behind, Rocky holding that rear position. Santa Cruz defense up front. Wildy Coyote got their own issues to deal with up there. Tangled up. And across through, Roasted Pony now has that initial pass. Wildy Coyote trying to eke out a couple more points. 5 points up on the board for Rocky.
Both teams at full strength, just coming around turn 4. Roasted Pony is through, picks up 4.
Wildy Coyote coming through one more time. Big hit at the pivot line. Knocks her to the floor.
Courtesy of Corazon, she just got a Corazon shot. Boom. Rocky picking up 3 on that last pass.
Okay, just over a minute to play, and the score is now tied between these two teams here on track 3. It doesn't get any more exciting than this. Who will take that first half? We'll find out here in the final minute of play.
And if you're in a roller derby league, it looks like we're going to get a timeout here for officials. If you're in a roller derby league or as an NSO or referee, always upload your information to, if you could, the flat track stats, because clearly that was well predicted. 50-50 chance either team could take it, and here we're sitting at 93 apiece. So that's pretty rad.
Actually, I think there's a correction on the score. Rocky takes the lead, now sitting at 96. to Santa Cruz at 93, and less than a minute left to play in this first half.
Nice lead change. I believe it's only the second one of this game.
Harper Bazaar and Terrorism going shoulder to shoulder this time. A 5-on-4 for Santa Cruz in what will likely be the last jam of this first half.
Oh, and it's a power jam situation now for Santa Cruz. Can they take the lead? Yes, they can.
Terrorism, unfortunately, found her way out to the outside, has to reposition back behind the pack. Harper Bazaar off to the penalty box. A power jam for Terrorism and has lead.
Can she have another lead change on the scoreboard? Let's find out. No pass, no penalty. Finally, that's her initial pass. She was declared lead jammer, but now she's able to score points.
Oh, I see, right, because she had gone outside during
She had to recycle,
yeah.
just like the West Coast.
All right, first points for Santa Cruz in this jam, 5 there. And Harper Bazaar is back out on the track, out of the penalty box, getting tied up in Santa Cruz defense. While Terrorism is racking up the points, an additional 4 in that pass.
And now we have the lead change, 102 for the Santa Cruz Boardwalk Bombshells, breaking that century mark. Terrorism still in control. Nice trying to get on the outskirts. Doesn't pick up any points for Rocky, but 2 more points for Santa Cruz.
All right, as we get to the halftime mark, there's an official review. Actually, don't go away, folks. We're going to figure this out here before we get to the halftime.
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program.
Hi, Ivana Bacon and Trish the Dish here to tell you about Sin City Skates. Sin City Skates began in our living room in 2005 and has since grown into this 2,000 square foot warehouse and showroom where we stock everything
Rose
for
versus Santa
If it's
Cruz
related,
in
we
the
probably have
juniors
it.
division.
Need help? With a combined on-track
The
derby
juniors
experience
are
for over
future.
24 years and still playing,
We should
we
watch
test
them
everything we
skate
sell
like
and we know
awesome.
the difference
Like,
between
whoa.
facts and our opinions. We're always
They're
happy
really
to share
good.
both with you to help you make the right
So true.
decisions. So call us, sincityskates.com.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally.
Does
And it's
anybody
almost
want
like your
donuts
teammate
when
is
they
an
see the
extension of
official
you.
review?
That anticipation.
I mean, I just see this circle and I'm like,
you
I
work
need
to
some
relate
donuts.
your strategy and
Or-
skills.
or a
and
nice
suddenly
bagel.
You're out there in a game and it all
Bagels
No,
are round,
donuts.
no? You think donuts?
I love that.
Okay.
And if you see volunteers in the green shirts, make sure to give them a high five or a hug and just thank them for their awesome volunteerism, as well as the pink shirts or zebras. You know who they are. Give them a high five for being so awesome with all the things with the numbers and the donuts.
Thanks for sticking around, everyone, while we figure this out. Don't worry, there'll be lots of time to head to the washroom, grab a drink, do whatever you got to do at the halftime. Just got to sort out some details.
Happening on track 2. Just
So when I first
to
went into Fast Girl
Minnesota.
Skates, it was like being a kid in a
I
candy
skate
shop.
on the Antic AR1 boot with
The
Crazy
men's?
Venus plates and add-on E-rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear.
I'm Double Bags and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Vex Factor, and I'm a fast girl.
I'm a Salted Peanut and I'm a Fast Girl.
And I'm from Jeremiah and I'm a fast girl.
You can be a fast girl too.
It's just one of my favorites. So friendly there, and they always treat you nice.
Skaters,
Just love
lost your
Minnesotans.
mouth guard? Hit this.
never been
Time
there.
for an upgrade?
Me neither,
Hit
but I
this.
imagine it's
New to
just
Derby
noise.
and not sure where to start? Hit this. We are Derby owned and operated with 6 years of experience. Hit This Derby Gear can hook you up with skates, gear, and honest advice based on your skating style and individual needs. Visit us at our store in Salem, Oregon, or online at www.hitthisderbygear.com. Whether you are a new or veteran skater, before you hit the track, hit this.
By 1 point.
Hi, I'm Trish the
I'm sorry, by 8 points was all Ricky versus Emerald City.
Sin City Skates began in our Las Vegas living room in 2005, the first shop ever dedicated to roller derby, and has since grown into this 2,000 square foot mecca in San Diego, where we stock everything for our sport.
Lots of exciting games
Need
here
help?
this weekend.
With a combined on-track experience of over 24 years and still playing, we test everything we sell, and we're happy to share that experience and knowledge with you. So contact us, sincityskates.com.
Have been crushing the expected ratios. So if you look at the percentages on Flat Track stats, and then you know, obviously the team that was going to win won, but the team that lost in those cases actually in some cases has been way above with the ratio that was expected, and that affects their ranking overall beyond this point. So.
Come over to the bomb booth.
It looks like we're going to have halftime happen anyway. Junior rollers are taking to the track, getting their warm-ups. We'll have more information for you after the half. Come back to us after about 9 minutes. We'll be having more derby from Santa Cruz versus Rocky Mountain. I'm Chloroform Cupcake here with
Stay buffed.
And we will be back shortly.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
Roller Derby Athletics takes the guesswork out of off-skate training, helping you become safe, strong, and unstoppable. Here's what skaters from around the world are saying.
Lots of great advice and things that helped me after I broke my ankle and had
I've lost 90 pounds and discovered my A game.
Love that site and the
workouts.
Rehab has been amazing. It's really worth the investment in her
Booty
programs.
Quake rocks. You won't regret the investment.
Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program and transform your game with Roller Derby Athletics.
A lot of very impressive people in roller derby.
This was definitely a proud moment for me, wearing the black, white, and red.
I care about this thing more than I care about any other article of clothing in my wardrobe.
This represents to me like 7 years of
like, blood, sweat, and tears.
Glitter is fun and hardcore. I've learned that it's hardcore.
My uniform is always in pristine condition.
My truck is purple, my shoes are purple, my underwear are purple.
It takes a lot of drive and a lot of passion to keep going in roller derby.
Sometimes when you play roller derby, you're just kind of like, why am I doing this? This is so weird.
I just can't imagine that I'd get more kicks like playing golf than I do hitting a Feels good.
My name is Rachel Rotten.
My name is Midge Wilhelm.
I'm Fifi Nomenon.
I'm Jackie Daniels.
My name's Steph Maney.
Hi, I'm Scald Eagle.
And S1.
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 And S1 is part of my uniform.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Hey, this is Dan from S1 Helmets. We're in the testing lab today, testing helmets to see if they pass the multiple impact certification test. We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. There's a soft foam helmet with EVA foam and a terry cloth liner. There's a hockey helmet with triple density EVA foam. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS fusion foam. All 3 of these helmets are marketed as multiple impact helmets. We're going to test all of them today and see which ones actually pass the test. The multiple impact test is when we drop a helmet to achieve a velocity of 4.57 meters per second. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The same helmet is tested 3 times in the same location. The helmet must reduce the energy pulse to under 300 Gs each time. Anything over 300 Gs can result in a traumatic brain injury or a severe concussion. In summary, the soft foam helmet with EVA foam and the hockey helmet with triple density foam did not pass the multiple impact test. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program.
Hi, Ivana Nispinkin and Trish the Dish here to tell you about Sin City Skates. Sin City Skates began in our living room in 2005 and has since grown into this 2,000 square foot warehouse and showroom where we stock everything for derby. If it's derby related, we probably have it. Need help? With a combined on-track derby experience for over 24 years and still playing, we test everything we sell and we know the difference between facts and our opinions. We're always happy to share both with you to help you make the right decisions. So call us, SinCitySkates.com.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own body. That anticipation, where you've worked cerebrally through strategy and skills, and suddenly you're out there in a game and it all comes naturally because you know each other. I love that.
So when I first went into Fast Girl Skates, it was like being a kid in a
I
candy
skate
shop.
on the Antic AR1 boot with Crazy Venus plates and add-on D-rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear.
I'm Doubled Megs, and I'm a fast girl.
I'm Vex Factor, and I'm a fast girl.
I'm a Salted Peanut, and I'm a fast girl.
And I'm from Jamline, and I'm a fast girl.
You can be a fast girl too.
Mics are hot. Thank you for skating and warming up on track
Skaters,
3, juniors.
lost your mouth guard?
Looking
Hit this.
amazeballs.
Time for an upgrade? Hit this. New to Derby and not sure where to start? Hit this. We are Derby owned and operated with 6 years of experience. Hit this Derby gear can hook you up with skates, gear, and honest advice based on your skating style and individual needs. Visit us at our store in Salem, Oregon, or online at www.hitthisderbygear.com. Whether you are a new or veteran skater, before you hit the track,
104
hit
at Santa
this.
Cruz. A very tight game, as predicted by Flat Track Stats. And halftime is coming to a close right away. Returning jammers already out and ready to go. Havoc on the Rocky Mountain side. Terrorism 116 in white for Santa Cruz. And it's a 5-on-4 for Santa Cruz as we'll start this first one. Penalty being served from the previous jam. While we're getting sorted out here, want to also remember to mention sponsor for Big O this weekend, Ninkasi Brewing. Ninkasi Brewing is a sponsor of Big O this weekend, so you want to thank them by supporting them. Also want to thank Roller Derby Athletics.
All right, just waiting for that first whistle. Rocky Mountain 96, Santa Cruz 104. Terrorism for Santa Cruz lining up against Havoc of Rocky Mountain. Let's see what we can get this game going.
The cheering section is ready to go.
Hopefully we'll see you all in November, which is November 4th and 6th through the 6th on 2016 Portland, Oregon. We're going to have championships hosted by Rose City Rollers.
Hey,
Super
that's
excited.
not too far away. That's
Yeah.
really close.
Yeah.
Like what, an hour?
Yeah.
Hour and a half? Definitely want to be here for that.
Depending on how you drive. I mean, maybe an hour for me, but
There you go. From Vegas to Portland?
oh no, from Portland to Portland.
Folks in the bleachers on the other side, how you guys doing? Are you holding up okay? Oh, I got nothing. Folks in the bleachers, how you doing?
Santa Cruz fans,
There
where
we
you
go.
at?
You have to wake them up and then ask them questions.
There you go. Rocky Mountain fans, where you at? Right there in the corner. Amazing.
So, Cupcake already mentioned that Rose and Santa Cruz juniors will be up here on this track. And then later tonight, the men's game, Lane County Concussion from right here in this area against Denver's, what's Denver's men's team? Thank you. So you don't want to stick around here on track 3. Still lots more action to go tonight. And then Sunday, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games on track 3. Same on track 2. 4 games on track 1. A lot of fun there. And then at, actually, well, 7 games in total. 8 o'clock, 8:40 tomorrow night. The Big O MVPs, which are being voted by the teams that are playing all weekend long, the adult teams, not the juniors. And then they'll actually go up against Team USA. First a men's game and then a women's game. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Doing a score correction there, or what? They're taking away points.
Just discussing a little bit of technicalities, like points and things. We're gonna work it out and get some information to you soon. How you doing, juniors? You guys look like you're ready to go. All up in your gear. Beautiful day here in Eugene, Oregon. Use hashtag Big O 2016 if you're on the Twitters.
Well, that's what I was going to mention too. If you're here today or tomorrow and you know somebody who couldn't be here, whether they're in Eugene and couldn't make it, or they're in, I don't know, Las Vegas or across the country or in another country or around the world, make sure to let them know that they can tune in to stream the games live on WFTDA.tv. There are 2 games tonight that are being broadcast, I believe, on WFTD, or sorry, on ESPN3.
Yes.
Yep, for U.S. viewers. But if they're outside of the U.S., like where I'm from in Canada, they can still stream those games on WFTDA.tv. It's just inside the U.S. have to have ESPN3 to get it. So, because we can't get ESPN3 back home.
Well, that's just not right. Canada should have everything, even people.
We got lots of people. Trust me. There's a few you guys can have.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a few that keep saying they want to come move up with us.
You need to take Justin Bieber back.
You can, you can have Justin Bieber. You can have Celine Dion. You can have Bryan Adams.
No,
all
you
of
need
them.
to take them back.
All of them. Oh, you can have Drake too.
No.
Sorry.
That's it. We're going to drop off Pitbull. He can rhyme about windows and walls and apples and bananas for all I care. Lots of discussionary actions being taken place.
You know what? Let's see what else we can tell you. Speaking of from other countries and things like that, there are some stats here. Some of the teams that have traveled here. The folks from Victorian Roller Derby came 8,000 miles from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia to be here. The folks from Helsinki, Finland came 5,000 miles. Terminal City, the folks from Vancouver, British Columbia, not Washington, came 360 miles. So that's not too bad, right? That's a fair drive still. The folks that came here from Old Reekie in Scotland came 4,700 miles. And Windy City came all the way from Chicago, 1,800 miles. I don't know what all that stuff is in kilometers. I just know it's far.
I was just going to say, it's a little different in kilometers.
Yeah. All I know is it took me about 16 hours to drive here. 17.
That's like a whole
from
day.
Calgary. Well, I did it in 2. I stopped in Sandpoint, which is beautiful, by the way. Sandpoint, Idaho.
To explain the delay, there were less than 2 minutes remaining in the previous jam. We had an erroneous jam start before a point correction went on the board. Because the jam started and there were less than 2 minutes in the jam, we had to remove the point correction. We had to remove 3 points from Rocky. The score is accurate now.
Okay.
Thank you, referee. That's Jesse. Thank you for the clarification. The scoreboard is correct. 93 Rocky Mountain, 104 Santa Cruz.
That leaves a difference of 11 points. Still very close as we start the second half. Very slow start here for our jammers. Havoc and Terrorism. Ooh, big shoulder hit from Rockies.
Love Hurts.
Love Hurts. And clearly demonstrated there.
Yeah.
Terrorism on the reapproach has lead jam.
Shem Rock and Roller headed to the penalty box. First penalty of the second half here. Havoc trying to make up ground for Rocky. Terrorism picks up a full 5 for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz extending their lead now. 109 Santa Cruz, 93 Rocky Mountain, 29 minutes left in this amazing game.
Returning jammers, Skirt Vonnegut and Wildy Coyote. Skirt Vonnegut scoops around her teammates and into that wall of Rocky Mountain. Wildy Coyote comes up victorious, lead jam to Rocky Mountain as the pack moves into the stretch.
Wildy Coyote, genius jammer.
Wow, unannounced, comes through the inside, hit it and quit it. 4 more points up on the board for Rocky Mountain. Devastator and Mystery Violence Theater at the jam line. A full 5-on-5 accompaniment for our teams heading into jam 3.
Wow, Mystery Violence Theater getting a nice rush up in the outside, but is denied by none other than Love Hurts. She is set back, which allows room for Devastator just to get that lead jammer position. Not too far behind her is Mystery Violence Theater. She gets through, picking up 4 points for Santa Cruz. MVT with another 5 points. Waking up that crowd, aren't they, Stay Puffed?
Indeed. Cheering section is strong here for both of these teams. 2 additional points at the end of that one for Rocky. Rocky Mountain just shy of the 3-digit mark. 99 points now. Santa Cruz 118, 26:57 left to play in this game. And 3 jams already under our belts. 147 Havoc taking the jam line, and Roasted Pony, her opponent.
And they're off. Pack advantage for Santa Cruz. Pack is moving really quickly, and they unleash Roasted Pony as your lead jammer.
Both jammers free of the pack as the pack pulls into the stretch. Valencia, number 23 on Santa Cruz, off to the penalty box. Roasted Pony decided to call it off. 2 points to Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz now shutting a little bit of a door on Rocky Mountain, icing them out in the last 2 jams. Score now 99 for Rocky Mountain, 120 for Santa Cruz. Just under 26 minutes. Rocky Mountain fans, are you out there? You are now, because your lead jammer position is going to go to none other than Wildy Coyote.
Pack holding in between turns 1 and 2. Now toward the stretch, Wildy Coyote forcing that defense. Terrorism taking a bit of a spill, having to reposition back into turn 2.
Pack getting a little bit more physical right at turn 4.
Terrorism finding an opening on the outside. It removed the star, put it back on. It didn't quite pay off this time, but 3 points to Rocky at the end of Jam 5. Now past the 3-digit mark at 102. Santa Cruz holding at 120. 24 minutes and 45 left to play. Skirt, Vonnegut, and Harper Bazaar opponents for Jam 6.
Both teams at full strength. Trust me, those jammers can feel it.
Lead jam to Santa Cruz. Skirt, Vonnegut coming through outside of turn 2. Harper Bazaar through as well. Ace Ventura tried to get a piece of her, didn't quite happen this time. Skirt Vonnegut with an apex jump. 3 points to end it off.
Great effort by both sides. Definitely picking up the pace, bringing the game to the scoreboard. 102 Rocky Mountain, 123 Santa Cruz, 23 minutes left. About to get Jam 7 underway. Starting off with Havoc for Rocky Mountain. Going up against Mystery Violence Theater of Santa Cruz. Pack is long. Santa Cruz losing their pivot. And Havoc is your lead jammer for Rocky Mountain. Mystery Violence Theater takes a hit to the outside, has to recycle.
That was Love Hurts dished that one out. We saw Mystery Violence Theater hit the floor. It'll cost her a penalty though. She's hanging out in the penalty box now. 5 points to Rocky Mountain's Havoc as she passes. Another 5 to Rocky Mountain. Mystery Violence Theater struggling a little bit, gets forced to the outside in turn 2. Her teammates awaiting the return of Havoc. Big wall, Havoc with a sidewinder into them.
Havoc trying to come up and make sure that they're closing the gap on the points. Havoc is really doing some nasty work on the track. She's going to get 4 more points for Rocky. Pack sitting now at turn 3. Getting a Triforce for Rocky, slowing down Santa Cruz's momentum.
Havoc getting tied up by Santa Cruz defense here in turn 4. Back and forth across the track.
Havoc checking the clock, checking her position on the track. Mystery Violence Theater still just not able to penetrate through that Rocky Mountain defense. Amazing, amazing comeback from Rocky.
Big 19-point jam puts Rocky within 2 points of Santa Cruz now with 21 minutes and 30 left to play in our game. 7 jams down. Cupcake, it is so close. We might see a couple more lead changes before it's all done.
I hope so. I love lead changes. I love when it's evenly matched as these teams are. Both teams at full strength right now. Wild E Coyote is jamming for Rocky Mountain. Roasted Pony for Santa Cruz. Who will prevail? Pack moving relatively fast. Oh, we have a power jam. Santa Cruz, lead jammer position, Roasted Pony.
Wild E Coyote headed off to the penalty box.
Pony trying to break apart that Rocky Mountain pack. Does so, picks up a 5 points.
Rocky did their best to slow her down at the very least. Santa Cruz deciding to take that inside line. Created a big opening for Roasted Pony on the reapproach. Big shoulder hit sending Roasted Pony to the floor temporarily. Wild E Coyote back out of the penalty box now, re-engaging the pack. And successfully passed the star.
That would have been to number 31, Fiona Grapple, but the jam is called off. before she could score any points for Rocky. Santa Cruz picking up 5.
Totals after jam 8, 133 for Santa Cruz, Rocky Mountain at 121, 12 points now separating these two teams. And Sweetie Ramon taking the jam star for Rocky.
Tara is on the line for Santa Cruz. Sweetie Ramon for Rocky Mountain. Terrorism is through the pack. She's in scoring position. She will be declared lead jammer. Nice star stash for Sweetie Ramon. A little bit of confusion there from the communication between refs and skaters. They're going to ask for an official review. Santa Cruz.
Just a reminder to all skaters here at Big O, all protective gear must be worn if you're on skates. No skating allowed in the lobby except on the mats leading to the restroom. Otherwise, your skates must be removed if you're traveling around the main concourse, just for the safety of yourselves and everyone else here at Big O. Lots of pedestrians here at Big O. Also, thanks to WFTDA for bringing modern roller derby into the homes.
Santa Cruz has requested an official review, requesting a track cut on the Rocky Mountain Jammer.
Okay, so the officials are reviewing that. Just to finish up what I was saying there, thanks to WFTDA for bringing modern roller derby into the homes of millions of viewers through their work with ESPN. Of course, super exciting to see roller derby on ESPN3. But the folks here don't need to. They can just watch it live. It's perfect.
Do it live.
Thank you also to all the photographers for contributing their time and talent to shoot the Big O. Special shout out to Steve Sharky Mancini, who has organized the photography crew. You know you're big time when you got a photography crew. Wouldn't you say?
Heck yeah. All the pictures of all the derby. How you doing out there, Santa Cruz fans? Yeah. Oh, you got your juniors involved, didn't you? Nice. How you doing out there, Rocky Mountain fans? You got the cowbell. Pretty exciting stuff. These teams just neck and neck. Love games like this.
I'm sure many of you have already been to Vendors Village, but just as a reminder, if you didn't know, the folks that are here include Adam, Bont, Bruised Skate Noose, Castle Megastore, Durbalife, Fast Girl Skates, Fingers Duke, Flat Track Revolution, and Green Monster. Also here in Vendors Village includes Hit This Derby Gear, Living Colored Duct Tape, Left Turn Clothing, Moda Skates, Rydell and S1 Helmet Company, as well as Steel Web, Superfit Hero, and Trixie Be True. Lots of vendors here in vendor villages to serve you.
After discussion, it was determined that the Santa Cruz blocker that initiated contact stepped out of bounds. So there will be no cut call. No call stands. Official review lost.
Okay. So just as a reiteration of that, the Santa Cruz official review will be no longer allowed. That one was overturned.
So the no call stands.
Yep.
Thank you, Jesse, for your clarification. And no official review will be retained for Santa Cruz for the remaining of the half. Both teams at full strength now. We're starting with Wild E Coyote for Rocky Mountain. Going up against Skirt Vonnegut for Santa Cruz. Skirt Vonnegut is your lead jammer for Santa Cruz. Honey Bunches of Chokes takes a little time out to think about her choices. Torres takes a stumble and a fall.
Five points, the result of Jam 10. Santa Cruz now at 142. Rocky Mountain at 121. 21 points separating our two teams and 18 minutes left on the clock in this game. Mystery Violence Theater takes the jam line versus Devastator once again, and a pivot to midfield start for our teams this time around. A 5-on-4 for Santa Cruz as we get started in Jam 11.
Jam 11 underway.
Mystery Violence Theater getting knocked around as she creeps through to turn 2. Lead jam over to Santa Cruz.
Crowd goes wild. Both teams at full strength now.
Fallen Angel cut through over the inside of turn 4. Had the star, became the point scorer, but didn't get there quick enough. 5 points to Santa Cruz before the end of that jam.
You know, I'm a huge uniform person, and I have to say Santa Cruz's uniforms just make me want to be on the beach so bad. So bad.
I've never been to Santa Cruz. I've heard it's nice there. All right, Roasted Pony and Havoc on the jam line this time. Full 5 again. It's Havoc this time who was getting knocked around in turn 2 but came through first lead jam to Rocky Mountain. Havoc's teammate number 901, Violet Assault, off to the penalty box.
Havoc just wreaking havoc all over the track, picking up 4 points, checking her bench for some nice advice. She's going to keep on going. Coach is like, no, call it off. And she does. Picking up 4 for Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain closing that gap a little bit. 125, 147 our score. 15 minutes and 42 left to play. And returning jammers, Wildy Coyote and Terrorism to start this one off. 5-on-4 for Santa Cruz and to start this jam.
Terrorism laying a little bit of a check to Wildy Coyote. Still no lead jammer. Pack very condensed. Quickly moving to turn 4, and Terrorism is your lead jammer for Santa Cruz. Nice crisp whistle, indicating we have a forearm penalty call on Santa Cruz. The louder the whistle, you know they mean business. That's 322, kosher assault. She'll think about her choices for 30 seconds.
4 points on the board for Santa Cruz, 151 in their score. Rocky Mountain at 125 and 14 and 34 left on the clock. 13 jams down.
Pack advantage Rocky starting in this next jam.
Harper Bazaar and Skirt Vonnegut up to the jam line. This time around, Rocky with the advantage as Santa Cruz blocker finishing up the penalty from previous jam.
Both teams playing very physical right now. No lead jammer declared. Almost 30 seconds off the clock already.
There we go, lead jam to Santa Cruz. Skirt Vonnegut. The pack moves into the stretch. Lots of action from both sides. Big shoulder hit on Skirt Vonnegut. Rocky's 86. Assault and Peppa trying to get as much as she can off of her. Pushes her to the outside. And but not before she can pick up 5 additional points at the end of Jam 14.
125 for Rocky Mountain, 156 for Santa Cruz. Still plenty of time.
Havoc and Mystery Violence Theater going toe-to-toe. Rocky with the forward position. Santa Cruz hanging back, waiting for Havoc to approach. Havoc finds an opening on the outside, crosses to the in on turn 1, lead jam to Rocky Mountain. Mystery Violence Theater had to reposition back past the pivot line temporarily. Weaving back and forth, a tiptoe along the line, but it cost her a trip to the inside, now having to go back into turn 2.
Both teams at full strength right now. Havoc doing what Eugene does, recycling at the back of the pack. Nice hit by number 8 from Santa Cruz, the Shamrock and Roller, forcing Havoc back yet again. Sounds like Shamrock and Roller has some fans. Yeah. They like the derby. Amazing work right now by Ace Wrench Chura and her teammate Kit Cassidy, just doing work.
Fallen Angel took a bit of a spill there to the outside in turn 1. Havoc now on the reapproach. Rocky holding that back position. Santa Cruz's Kit Cassidy hoping to make an opening for Mystery Violence Theater. Santa Cruz with 2 players in the penalty box now. And 5 points on that pass for Havoc.
Penalty box is getting a lot of love now on both sides. Bonita sitting on the bench for Rocky Mountain. We're gonna get a team timeout for Santa Cruz.
Huge jam for Rocky Mountain. 14 points brings their score to 139. Now within 17 points of Santa Cruz with 10:48, the time stopped on the clock. Here at Big O this weekend, do you know that there are 53 games in total? 30 of them are WFTDA sanctioned games, 13 of them are MRDA games, 7 junior games, and then there were 3 exhibition games as well. So a ton going on here at Big O this year. If for some reason you weren't able to make it this year, of course you're going to want to come back next year for Big O. And to run a tournament like that, we actually need 130 officials. Isn't that crazy? And 34 announcers. That's even crazier. If you've ever tried to herd cats, that's kind of like what it's like to get announcers. No, actually, we're pretty good people.
True story. Team timeout is completed. We're gonna have Wild E Coyote on the line for Rocky Mountain. Roasted Pony for Santa Cruz. Slight pack advantage for Rocky Mountain. Assault and Pepper and Love Hurts doing some great defensive work. But Roasted Pony is through, and your lead jammer for Santa Cruz.
Looking for some instruction from the bench. Santa Cruz swings around. Roasted Pony taps and calls it off. 3 is the result from Jam 16.
Nickel and diamond.
With just over 10 minutes left to play, you do whatever you got to do. I'm pretty sure is the name of the game. 20 points now separates our two teams. Easily made up ground in one jam.
Fiona Grapple on the line for Rocky Mountain. Jam is started, but it's Terrorism who takes the lead. Pack is moving wicked fast right now. Slight pack advantage right now for Santa Cruz. Salt and Peppa trying to get back in this game. Both teams now at full strength. And just as I say that, number 8, Shamrock and Roller heads back to the penalty box. Terrorism just ripping through the pack. She's gonna hit it, quit it, and put up 4 points for Santa Cruz.
9 points total in jam, 17 for Santa Cruz. They're scored on 168. Rocky Mountain 139, and just under 9 minutes left to play in this game. Very exciting game here between these two teams. Wildy Coyote and Skirt Vonnegut taking the jam line once again. 5-on-4 for Rocky Mountain.
Jam 18 underway. Wildy Coyote fighting furiously. Goes all the way behind turn 4. Lead jammer rewarded to Skirt Vonnegut. Santa Cruz. Pack moving very quickly now. Adrenaline starting to kick in. Skirt's gonna call it off. Picking up 4 for Santa Cruz, 0 for Rocky.
Just under 8 minutes left to play, 18 jams away, and 172 for Santa Cruz, 139 for Rocky. 33 points separating our teams. Sorry, math gets really hard at 5 whatever on Saturday.
If it's not color coded, I don't know. So math is not my strong suit. It's also not my birthday suit. I don't like suits. Lead jammer position is gonna go to Sweetie Ramon of Rocky Mountain. Not too far behind her though is Roaster Pony. Pack moving very quickly. Nice work there by Sweetie Ramon, picking up 2 for Rocky. When I say Rocky, you say Mountain. Rocky, Rocky. When I say Santa, you say Cruz. Santa, Santa. Nice.
Wow. This like on cue, hey?
Yeah. You guys pumped up the jam, get it? Because we're about to jam. 147, it's Havoc of Rocky Mountain Rollergirls facing off against Terrorism of Santa Cruz. Terrorism picking up that lead jammer position. Pack getting long. Nice quick jam. Double zeros, that means donuts. Everybody needs donuts. Or bagels, as you like to say, right, Stay Puff?
What? No, I just was suggesting bagels are also, never mind. Never mind. I could use a coffee, though. It goes well with donuts or bagels. Scores holding at 141 to 172. 5 minutes and 55 left to play.
I think that cheer really got the jammers and the people, just the energy getting flowing, because now Skirt Vonnegut is going to be your lead jammer for Santa Cruz. Wildy Coyote still fighting the good fight, finds the inside line, is through. They are pumping up the jam right now. This is going wicked fast. Skirt Vonnegut is going to pick up 4. Rocky's going to pick up 2. Ain't no party like a roller derby party, because a roller derby party don't stop.
21 jams down, just over 5 minutes left to play. The excitement is building in this room. Who needs track 1 or track 2? Track 3 is where it's at, folks, right?
Yeah. We have the derbs. Game on. Jam 2, 22 underway. 4 minutes, 48 seconds left in this game. And Rocky Mountain prevails. Lead jammer, none other than Devastator. Lots of loud noises. Even some whistles. Number 23, Corazone's gonna head to the penalty box. First she'll think about her choices for 30 seconds. Little do-si-do with Sham Rock and Roller. Roasted Pony finally through on her scoring pass. Just as she reaches the pack, though, they're going to have that called off. Good call on Devastator doing some strategery for Rocky Mountain. Rocky picking up 4.
An 8-point jam for Rocky Mountain now brings them within 25 points of Santa Cruz with just under 4 minutes left to play.
Rocky. 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 Oh, and the cheer works. Havoc is your lead jammer for Rocky Mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes in turn 1.
Pack bundling up in turn 1. Havoc repositioning back behind. Terrorism calculating a little bit before approaching the pack. No lead jam to Terrorism came through. Lead is on Havoc. Decided to use it at that point, call it off.
Wow. Powerful stuff, especially here in the last 3 minutes. Just under 3 minutes. We're sitting at 2:56 on the clock. Both teams just exercising some nice skills with the footwork and the physicality of this game, Steve Puff.
Indeed, we've seen lots of great action here from both of these teams. The jamming rotation for both teams must just be starting to feel it because they've been on it all game. As well, the blocking squads. Like, the defense has been super strong for both of these teams as well. Otherwise, we would have scores in the 200, 300. So it's a really good indicator of how balanced the teams are when it comes to offense and defense in this game. And 23 jams in the second half alone. Whew. I think we had 21 or 22 in the first half. So lots of get points, call it off. Get points, call it off. Not a lot of huge point jams.
And game is on. Santa Cruz. Lead jammer position is Skirt Vonnegut.
Wildly Coyote, the jammer on the Rocky Mountain side.
4 picked up by Santa Cruz. 0 for Rocky Mountain.
Team timeout has been called by Rocky Mountain. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock. Jam 24 just completed. 4 points over to Santa Cruz with 26 points separating our teams.
Santa. Rocky. Santa. Rocky, I'm starting to mess with you guys. You guys are staying on it, though. On point.
These ones are getting tricky over here.
Yeah.
You say Rocky, they say Cruz.
I know. They're getting feisty out there. Thank you so much, fans, for being out here and cheering on your teams and also just enjoying the derbs. Really excited to be here. Excited you're here. About to get this jam started.
Havoc and Roasted Pony taking the jam line once again. A 4-on-4. Both teams with a blocker in the penalty box to start jam 25.
Roasted Pony on her high heels. Nay, said the defense of Rocky Mountain. Havoc is declared the lead jammer. More cowbell is just prevailing. Grand slam fistful of points for Rocky Mountain. Havoc finds the outside. Heartless Harpy trying to slow her down. Rocky just doing damage now to the scoreboard. Oh, amazing hit there from Roasted Pony to Havoc, but she's going to take a penalty for it. Too much hit to the chesticles. Wow, powerful jam there.
Rocky with 14 points in jam 25. Their score now 168. 12 points separating our teams in 1 minute 15 seconds stopped on the clock. An official review has been requested by Rocky Mountain.
Immediately after this game, we're going to have a juniors bout between Rose and what is that Santa name? Santa.
Clara?
Oh, it's Santa Cruz.
Oh, Cruz.
Oh, good to know.
There's lots of Santas, right? Clara, Monica.
Yes, but
Maria.
none other than Santa Cruz is here to show up some derby. I think that's the only time you're here chanting for terrorism.
Wildy Coyote and Terrorism taking the jam line in jam 26.
Game on.
Looks like Rocky's official review was overturned. Neither team has a review left.
Wild E Coyote being held back by none other than Shem Rock'n'Roller and Corazon. Oh, would you just look at that? It's Wild E Coyote from Rocky Mountain, your lead jammer. Terrorism being hit to the infield. Nice courtesy by Love Hurts. Terrorism is back in this game. Wild E Coyote getting hit to the outside, feeling the burn. Feel the burn, Oregon. LOL. Things getting crazy.
Rocky Mountain's Wild E Coyote has that lead jam. No points awarded just yet.
Period clock expires and we have 44 seconds left in this game, everybody. Terrorism picks up 4 points for Santa Cruz. Get on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. We're in our last 30 seconds. Where are you at, Santa Cruz? Where are you at? Rocky Mountain. Oh yeah. Derby just the way we like it. Exciting, physical, terrorism through yet again, Grand Slam. Oh my goodness. That is it, folks. Wow. Give it up for these two teams, Santa Cruz Derby Girls and Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. Oh my goodness.
Unofficial final after 2 30-minute halves of play. 171-194. We'll wait for the nod from the folks on the stripes before we declare it official. Teams, before you go away, I have MVP ballots that you need to complete and drop off over at the box over there with the red balloon. They must be completed before you leave the track, please. If you want to send your captains over to fill out the MVPs for this game, greatly appreciate it. That way some folks will play against Team USA tomorrow. Thanks everyone for joining us on track 3. We had a ton of fun. Again, my name is Stay Puffed here with
Chloroform Cupcake.
And always a pleasure to hang out here with you guys here at Big O. Make sure to tell your friends if they can't be here to tune in. And we'll see you coming up in a little bit here with the juniors on track 3 or tomorrow if you got to head out.
Give it up for Santa Cruz. They're like starting to get fancy. They're going to come around the track. Yeah, they're ready for us to. It's okay. I want you to be on web because I feel like you have a lot so much. Great job, Santa Cruz. Rocking those uniforms, loving it. As they set to the side, give it up for Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. And our final score, it is official, 171 to 194, favor of Santa Cruz Boardwalk Bombshells. Thank you, officials. Thank you, referees. Thank you, State Puff. Thank you, volunteers in the green shirts, wiping down the track for all that jazz.